Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast heading into this Wednesday. Yesterday we had most spots in the low 60s, and I expect it to be very similar for today, maybe a degree or two warmer. I think we'll continue with partly to mostly cloudy skies for the majority of the day. Certainly still wouldn't be a bad idea to have the sunglasses just in case there are a few peaks of sun through the day today. But taking a look at the latest on Supercast, it is showing quite a bit of cloud cover through the day. Very, very low chance we might get a few light rain showers today and or tonight, but I think the better chance of rain starts to move into our area tomorrow morning. And by the afternoon, it is going to be a soggy Thursday by the afternoon. Now, this model does start to wind down the rainfall Thursday night and keeping us completely dry on Friday. I'm not going quite to that extent, but even with that said, with this model, it didn't show quite a bit of heavy rainfall on Thursday afternoon and evening. It is showing that heavy rainfall pushing through the area during the day, and we're still looking at a pretty decent amount of rainfall, even though the model that you just saw, which is reflected by this, doesn't show any rain at all on Friday. Now, that does not mean that just because if we have more rain on Friday, we're going to get more than this. This is just one computer model's opinion, but I still think that the majority of the heavier rain will be south of I-70 from the storm system. There is also a very low probability, a margin of risk, that a few strong to perhaps a brief severe storm could occur with the hail and wind threat. Not expecting widespread severe weather at all with the storm system tomorrow or tomorrow night, but it'll be something to watch out for. And definitely, it is certainly something that as we continue with Severe Weather Awareness Week, of course, we talked about preparedness on Monday. It's going to be about preparedness and just being ready for it. I don't expect a tornado tomorrow or the Friday, so we don't have to worry about that. But we do need to talk about it because that is the topic of discussion for today, tornadoes. So pretend there is a risk for a tornado or you are in a tornado warning. You go to the lowest level of your home underneath something sturdy, cover your head, and stay in that shelter until the storm is past, or keep in that shelter until the storm is past. We want to remember those different safety tips by the acronym DUCK. So, don't forget your shoes, and if you are driving, try and exit the roadway and park. So, let's go into your home. Where is the safest place to go? First of all, if you're in a mobile home, you are in an awful spot. That is the absolute worst spot. You might as well just stand right in front of the tornado. To be honest, being in a mobile home in a tornado is not a good idea. You want to put as many walls around you as possible. Avoid being near windows, doors, and covering yourself up, going into a hallway, a bathroom, any place that does not have windows nearby. Basement is obviously the best place to be in, even though there might be windows nearby, but stay far away from them if there are windows. But it is certainly a better place to be. If you are driving, first off, with forecasting technology and radar these days, it is getting more and more rare for people to be out in the middle of a potential tornado warning unless you are completely oblivious. So just be mindful of that. Even if it's not a tornado, if it's severe weather-wise, hail-wise, anything at all, don't be under an overpass. It is very dangerous. You could get rear-ended if there's heavy rain and people don't see you right away, and then you start causing accidents, and it's actually windier underneath the bridge because the wind has to go somewhere, so it's going in that narrow area of the bridge and increasing as it does so. And so it's even more dangerous. Now, if there's not much wind, and obviously not a tornado threat, but there's just hail, it's still not a good idea, but at least it's not as bad as if it were a wind or a tornado threat to be under an overpass. Obviously, you want to get warned if there is a tornado in the area. Your weather radio, an app on your phone, the WIBW weather app. If you're watching on TV, those are the areas to monitor. If you're not paying attention to those, maybe you're on a streaming service, you're not going to get warning. And even if you are near a siren, you may not hear it. You may hear it when it's being tested. You'll hear it later on today at 11 o'clock, but you're probably not going to hear it in the middle of a raging rainstorm with the risk of thunderstorms in the area. So just be aware of that. Don't rely on sirens. Remember, sirens are meant for those that are outside to go inside to seek additional information. And they may not necessarily be going off because of a tornado warning. They may be going off for 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts or greater. Sometimes counties do that. So just be mindful of that. Storm spotter training classes over the next, 3 storm spotter training classes today and tomorrow in Gary and Marshall counties respectively at 7 p.m. And then on Monday, resuming in Potawatomi County in Westmoreland. So again, I'm not expecting any widespread severe weather for tomorrow or Friday, but some much needed rainfall, definitely helping. Temperatures in the low 60s for most areas today, 50s and perhaps some low 60s tomorrow. It'll be tough with the rain warming up those temperatures up in the low 60s, but it's possible as warmer and more humid air starts to move into the area. And then as the cold front pushes through Friday, I think the majority of the day will be stuck in the 40s. And then for the weekend, sunshine returns, highs in the 50s and 60s respectively, warming up back in the low 70s Monday and Tuesday, and then we may have an opportunity for an unsettled weather pattern by the second half of next work week. So that'll be something to be mindful of course, being spring break, and you can see the extended outlooks on the potential for wetter than normal conditions for much of the middle part of the country during that time frame, where you may be here in Northeast Kansas, or you may be traveling for spring break. So just be aware of that. At least the good news is, for the most part, we are looking at temperatures near or above average for almost the entire country. So you don't have to worry about any significant colder air that will last an extended period of time as we head into next week, if you are doing any traveling for spring break across the country. So all in all, keep checking back in for updates on the rainy weather pattern for tomorrow and Friday and any potential changes. But I really think many spots will get anywhere between 1/4 inch and 1 1/4 inches worth of rainfall, which is good news. Have a great day.